Hi, and welcome to today's mini class for travel agents. My name is Dana Zifazak, and I am a travel agent educator. I help agents build their business using the strategies that I used as I built my business um, 11 years ago. Okay, so welcome. I am going to put our question of the day up, and we're going to talk about today. Um, Best marketing strategy for 2025, which is also in my opinion, and I just said in a class, I said, this is the hill I'm going to die on, is email marketing. And I know there's all kinds of marketing options out there. Okay. But I'm going to talk about specifically how email helps us. So let's get started. If you're here live, tell me, do you have office assistants? Okay. These are my two office assistants. I have Devin, who's downstairs, and you actually can't see Bryce either. He's off camera today. Um, his chair is been replaced by the Christmas tree, but he is sleeping as he usually is while I am teaching. that's that's what he does best. Um, okay, so go ahead, tell me in the comments if you have some office assistants. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can tell me after. You can tell me too on the replay. Let me know. They can be cats, they can be kids. My son is at school, so he is not here, but the dogs are. I'm a stay-at-home dog mom. All right, let me go ahead. I'm going to um, put this in the Facebook group while you guys answer. And can someone please just let me know if you can hear me, if you can comment, if you can hear me, because I want to make sure I'm not talking to nobody. Um, okay. All right, I can see my captions, so copy link. I'm just putting a post in the Facebook group because um, of how Facebook's working. So hopefully people will join in. And oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, so let's get into email, the hill I die on. Okay, so marketing strategy. There are a million podcasts you can listen to. There are many people like me you can listen to, and I'm so grateful you're here with me today, especially during this busy Thanksgiving week. The I was going to do this last week, but I was sick and so had to push my things to today. So I don't usually like to do lessons and classes on Thanksgiving week, but biology had other well, yeah, I my son was sick and then I was sick. So what you gonna do? So anywho, I'm here. So there are so many gurus, so many people out there, and there's so many things you can do to promote your business. And sometimes it's hard to know where to focus, where to put your energy. And what you want to do is make sure that you are doing things that work. And I will tell you, everything kind of works together. Meaning, if you're posting to social media, that's helping you, even though you might do a post a day on social media and you might send an email once a month. Even though it might seem like that's not connected, it is because you're showing up in the social media feed. And then if you're showing up in their email inbox, you're able to connect with them on a different level. Why? Because normally when someone's looking at email, they are more prone to be able to reply back to you. A lot of times people don't want to reply back on social media. They don't want to do things, but they've seen you pop up on social media. And so when you then show up in their inbox, it's like, oh, look at that. Like, look, she's there. Um, Magical things happen. Okay. And it's a synergy, meaning You're going to post to social media, you're going to send emails. One is not better than the other, but I will tell you that email gets delivered to the intended recipient's inbox, whereas only 2% of your Facebook fans see your posts in their newsfeed. Okay? So think of it that way too. As yes, we put all this time and energy into social media, and it's important. I'm on social media with you right now. Okay? I know it's important because it's important for connection. But I also know that showing up in your inbox also builds that connection. And a lot of times it leads to more conversions. Let's talk about that because they have opted in to hear from you. All right. And that goes to getting people onto your list that are your ideal clients, then structuring your messages so that it's valuable to them. Okay. If you're just sending them every promotion that comes across your desk, well, that's not valuable to them. Okay. Your job as an agent who uses email marketing is to curate all the information we get. So we get a lot of information. What does your most ideal client want to hear? What would make them say, oh, wow, this is the person I want to trust with my next vacation? Okay. And you want to be able to build that trust over time. And whoops. And here's another reason. So, reason number one is people have opted into your email list. You can't email people. You can't email people unless they're opted in. Number two, it's more likely to be seen. Your message is more likely to be seen using email over Facebook. On my last email campaign, I know this because I just taught a class and we looked at my email campaigns. And I know this, but now I'm drawing blank. I believe 58%. My last email had a 58% open rate, which means nearly 60% of the people who were on my email list saw my message. Okay. And that's a statistic. And then guess what? I got a few quote requests within the week after I sent that email. All right. Something magical happens when you show up in people's inboxes, but you have to show up in the right way. All right. You have to be giving them content that they want to read. All right. Is this trip reports? Is this discounts, promotions? Okay. Think about what you would want to open from an agent and then send that. And then the last thing, and this is really, really important. So many companies build their audiences on Facebook, Google, wherever. However, we don't own anything can happen to your Facebook business page. Somebody could hack into it and then you get banned and you have to start all over. I know of agents whose that happened to. Okay. When you have an email list, you have names of people who are interested in working with you. Now you have to build that email list in a way that you're getting people who want to hear from you. And there's all kinds of strategy with how to do that. But if you have a list of emails of clients that you've booked and you have permission to send them promotional emails, you have that contact. That contact is yours. If you have 1,000 people on your Facebook business page, that's awesome. However, what if something happens to your business page? You can't get in touch with those people who follow you. Now, but if you have email addresses, you can. And so that's why I say they work in synergy. Because here's the thing, some of you might even be on this watching this live because I emailed you a link to this live class. And if you're watching the replay, you also got here through email because, again, I showed up in your inbox and said, hey, I'm teaching a class. Why don't you come? And so I want you to realize that it's not an and or, it's a both. Okay. And this is this is just a quote from a business founder, but it really is so critical to have a way to show up in people's inboxes because here's the thing, anything can happen to your Facebook account, anything can happen to your Instagram account. That is all under Mark Zuckerberg's control. Okay. But if I have those emails and I have permission to email them, I can still show up. even if Facebook shuts down. I don't know if you remember this couple, oh gosh, I don't even know how long ago it was now, maybe a few years. One day, Instagram just shut down. Like Instagram was offline and people were losing their minds because there's a lot of Instagram influencers and people like that that make their living on, by doing stuff like, doing stuff on Instagram, selling things or whatever. And they only have their Instagram followers. Like that was it. And then people were freaking out because they almost, what if Instagram just went away? Okay. And you have to think that way. You have to think, okay, I have this audience here, but I want to make sure that I don't ever lose them because you're building a relationship with your audience. Okay. And that's why having the backup of an email, it just provides that synergy. And what I've done, and so here are some things that I've done in my email marketing recently that have worked really well. I wrote up a review of using the Lightning Lane Premier Pass at Magic Kingdom in Disney World for like just a short review. And I linked actually to like all of our wait times and all, like I did a chart. And so I put that in an email. And that worked really well. That was the one that got 58% open rate because I was just looking at that literally like 15 minutes ago. Um, I also did one where so the email was, because there was one week in October that if you remember, if so now I sell a lot of Disney and Universal. So that's mostly what I sell. And we just got inundated with news all in one week. Like it was just like Epic Universe was like opening dates and then like discounts. It was just so much news. And what I do when I get those promotional emails from suppliers, I keep them in my email inbox. All right. And if I want to share, if I want to send that information out in an email, I keep it in my inbox until I do the email, just so I don't forget things. Well, it got to the point where I had like 10 emails that I like needed to consolidate from. So what I decided to do was I went live, like I did, like I'm doing right now. Um, and I went live and I went through all the updates and all the things that were going on in Orlando. And then I sent an email and I outlined the, Universal stuff. And then posted a screenshot of my live video and a link to it. And then hyperlinks to all of the things I mentioned in the video. Okay. And that did really well because, again, it was information that I had posted. So I like posted to my own links. Like, so say I posted something about the dining offer from Universal. I sent them to my post on social media about it. So I wasn't sending them to the Universal website, I was keeping them in my world. But I was able to summarize all that and put that in an email. That did really, really well because there's a lot of information out there. And sometimes people are just too overwhelmed to take it all in. So I just wanted to share with you, please, if you are not already using email marketing, put that on your list for 2025 business goals. Even just one topic, one email a month, one blast a month can do wonders. I always get a few quote requests after I've sent an email. It's just something about showing up in people's inboxes that's very powerful. Now, I wanted to tell you about so your 2025 business plan. All right. I have a little mini course that's out now. All right. Um, Christine just asked a really good question. How do you even get an email list? Well, you need to you most people start with what they call lead magnet, and this is a whole course in and of itself. But you have to find ways to add value to people in exchange for their email address. So, for example, I have a PDF that I have a landing page for. So basically, you have to get out and meet people and get them on your email list. You can do that digitally through social media. You can do that in person at like events, or you have to network with people and then you can get them to sign up and say, I send out an email list. I send out an email once a month with deals, discounts, and travel tips. Would you like to receive that? It takes a long time. If you're starting at zero, it takes a long time. Okay. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. It does take a while because you have to get permission from people. Now, if you're an established agent and you have past clients, you can ask them, would you like to be, because if they haven't opted into email marketing, the they haven't opted in, you can't send them marketing emails. Okay. So you have to get them to opt in through an opt in form. And you, and then that's how you build it up. I will tell you, when I was a new agent, what I did was I went to uh, fairs, Christmas fairs, craft fairs, and I would set up a table with, like, brochures and stuff, a game for kids to do, and I would also have an email list sign up. And I would then touch base with those people who signed up for my email list afterwards, and they opted in. And that is literally how I built my business from spring of 2011 till now. Now, I don't do events anymore because now I have an established business, but that's, you have to get it out there and you have to meet people. You can guest write for blogs and have the call to, at the end of the blog say, go to this, you have to create a landing page and have have something there for, stay in touch with me. So it takes a lot of work, but it is worth it because I sit here now and it is what got me my business. Okay. So now email marketing should be part of everybody's 2025 business plan. So what I have now is a business plan mini course. It's pre-recorded. It's, you go through it. It goes through all the different parts of a business plan. And then also included with that is New Year's email marketing challenge. So in January, we're going to do a live challenge, okay, where we'll have group coaching and things like that. And that's included with the business plan course. So it's a 2-for-1 really. And it's just $25 for both things. One-time payment of $25. So really a really inexpensive way to jumpstart your 2025 business. And I will say, and that's only until Monday of next week, because then, whoops, sorry, I was getting the link to put in as a comment. What's it called? It'll go up to $35 on next Tuesday. So Black Friday weekend, it's on sale for $25. You get both things for $25. The business plan goes over, so we start with who you serve, and it walks you through your business. Who are your ideal clients? What is your niche? What is your specialty? What is your product offering? What do you want to sell? Okay, it goes over sales goals. And then in the marketing portion, we take those sales goals, we take those product offerings, and I teach you how to develop email content ideas so that you could have one idea a month for the whole year of next year to send out to your list. Now, again, if you need a list, then that's a whole nother course. But if you want a business plan that, you plan your sales goals, it goes through all the different things. But then the big marketing deliverable is an email challenge. And that's what we'll do in January as an implementation part of this course. So I hope you can join us. I want you to get the Black Friday discount pricing before it expires. So just do it now. You have access to it. You get a login and it'll be super easy. And I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I will see you all next week in December. Before we know it, it's going to be January. So just sign up for this. We'll get together in January, write some emails. It'll be fun. All right. Bye-bye.